Sociology is the study of human behavior, society, and relationships. We use sociology to help us understand how people interact with one another and how those interactions, as well as our beliefs and values, affect us. Sociology looks at these things on a personal level, but also looks at how the larger systems in place affect us and our behaviors as well. Working sociologists often use their skills to combat issues like racism, class inequality, hunger, poverty, you name it. Jobs in this field are varying, and there are many different ways that you could go about being a sociologist. People work in neighborhood development, public health, conflict resolution, the list goes on. For our example, speaking of deviance, I'm going to be using an issue that I'm all too familiar with. A common societal norm in the United States is our tipping culture. When you go to a restaurant, if the service is good, you leave a tip. That's just what you do. Well, there has been a very large discourse recently and quite a bit of social deviance of people deciding that they no longer want to be a part of the tipping culture. When you go to a restaurant and you do not leave a tip, the server doesn't make any money. I'm going to look at look at this through the lens of a conflict theorist. And looking at this from that perspective, you would say that this is a economic issue, that this is an issue of economic inequality. Business owners are legally allowed to pay us servers less money because they expect the tips to make up the difference in the wage. But the question a conflict theorist would pose is, why should the responsibility of paying a living wage be passed on to the customer instead of the business owner when the business owner has the ability to pay said wage?